The former host of Love Connection is getting slammed on social media after posting an unhinged conspiracy theory about COVID 19 and President Trump, because of course. Now, claiming that he is sick of it, the 79-year-old former host, Chuck Woolery, tweeted that the most dangerous lies are the ones about COVID 19. Oh, this should be interesting. Everyone is lying. The CDC, the media, the Democrats, our doctors. Not all, but most that we are told to trust. I think it's all about the election and keeping the economy from coming back, which is about the election. You really think that there's a conspiracy involving millions of people, right? All the other countries, millions of doctors, all out there saying, oh, no, COVID, yeah, it's real, when it's actually not. Like, you believe that. Insanity. Complete and utter insanity. You know what? There is nothing more that I would like than to not be living in the middle of a pandemic as our economy implodes. You know what? It turns out it kind of sucks. To think that there is any person on this planet that thinks, oh, no, here's what we're going to do. We're going to make the economy explode and put all these people in danger of losing their homes and, all these businesses shuttering, even businesses that we love, right, and that we like to frequent are shutting down. We're going to do all this because of electoral politics. Do you think most Americans actually care about electoral politics? We live in a country where I believe 40% of the public doesn't vote. 40% of eligible voters. Are you kidding me? Seriously? Look, I know you're not going to listen, right? The MAGA guys, if you're even watching. But guess what? Not everything is about Donald Trump. I know it seems weird. But I think had Donald Trump actually handled this virus like a competent person, then, his approval ratings would actually be a lot higher. Because look, before all of this happened, Joe Biden was actually facing a difficult election prospect. I know, at least in my estimation, because Joe Biden, of course, is a very unexciting candidate and offers very, very little change. However, botching coronavirus, botching the response to Black Lives Matter, the death of George Floyd, all of that has led to Donald Trump's approval ratings being even more garbage. And so that's it. Donald Trump's a train wreck. Over 140,000 people have died from this virus, and many more will. And so you've got America that's basically crying out for somebody else, anybody else. A freaking ham sandwich could run this country better than Donald Trump. But Woolery, look, when it comes to Woolery, he's not dumb because he's a conservative. No, he's a conservative because he's dumb. Simple as that. And he's doing this country and the economy an incredible disservice by spreading unhinged conspiracy theories about coronavirus. So now you have actual doctors out there that have had enough. They're fed up. They're on the front lines of this thing, and they're tired of it. And they're speaking out. For example, here's the director of global health and emergency medicine at Columbia. Quote, "We're not lying. It's actually really horrible to see people die from COVID-19. And it's not about the election. It's actually still about the dying thing. And it's preventable. P.S. The economy only comes back when we manage COVID. P.S.S. I'm also sick of it." We're all sick of it. None of us want to be locked down. None of us want to be on unemployment benefits. No. We want the economy to be strong. We want people to have good paying jobs. We want, we don't want this. We don't want what's going on. unfortunately, terrible leadership, failed leadership, has got us in the position where COVID is lasting even longer than it had to, as well as the economic damage from COVID-19. We are all sick of it. It's ridiculous to say otherwise. All right, there's more. This is a Columbia virologist. Dr. Angela Rasmussen says, "Oh my God, shut up, dating game guy." I mean, you couldn't really put it any better, really. Professor Peter Hotez, MD, said that POTUS retweeted this nonsense system. Number one, he lacks interest in slowing or halting COVID-19. Yep. Number two, the strategy is to continue deflecting. First, blame China, then blame the World Health Organization, now blame the scientists themselves. And three, we need to seek a branch of government still willing or able to lead a federal response. Well, look, there is none. I mean, the Republicans, all the Republicans, again, just looking at the Senate, right? We already have bills that are, that have been passed by the Democrat-controlled House in order to address, and I think that they're mild. I think we need to go further, in guaranteeing a UBI and a rent and mortgage moratorium until the crisis is over. They're not even going that far. But still, those bills have zero chance of passing Congress. Why? Because of Republicans, and of course, Donald Trump would veto them. And so without Republican support, we couldn't get it past a presidential veto. And so we're basically stuck here. We're stuck here. And we're in a terrible situation, and there's no way out. And it's the politicians that are preventing us from getting to have a way out, from being able to recover the economy. And it's not the Democratic politicians. No, it's the Republicans. Anyway, one more here. Fred Wellman says, "I worked in a COVID field hospital in New York City. This man is a fucking idiot." Agreed. Jeremy Faust, MD, says, "Breaking, the host of Love Connection wants you to die." Well, to him that you were a sacrifice he is willing to make. Derek Koss, MD, says, "It's interesting what makes each of us sick. For the people I know, it's often COVID-19 itself, not the doctors teaching people how to deal with this new reality. But you keep doing you, Chuck." Emily Deans, MD, also says, "It's hard to explain the exhaustion and despair that my friends and patients working in the ICU and ED and other COVID wards feel when they see pictures like this. Wow, wouldn't it be great if this were a fake conspiracy of hundreds of thousands, if not millions of healthcare workers and scientists and sick folks and dead people to hurt Trump rather than, hear me out, a virus?" Man, you know what? That would be pretty amazing. For one, to have a conspiracy so large that somehow nobody lets it slip. I mean, I can't, you can't go and tell a room full of people a secret without somebody blabbing. And yet somehow this conspiracy is so tight among the doctor community, right, and all the people affected, that somehow nobody let it slip. Wow. Yeah, not believable at all. Unbelievable. It is amazing, though, that people like Chuck are more valued than doctors, right? This guy's a know-nothing entertainer who spouts unhinged conspiracy theories on Twitter. How is he more respected? How does he have more of a following, more of a presence in our culture than doctors and teachers and healthcare workers? How? There is something fundamentally broken with that. Like, hey, I like to be entertained, but holy shit, maybe we should actually listen to the people who are experts, who have spent years and years of hard work and study, instead of the musings of a dude whose life achievement is running a dating game show. I'm just saying, I think that our country might be a lot better and would be doing a lot better if we actually did put our trust in science, medicine, and education instead of ignorance and celebrity. Hey guys, hopefully you enjoyed that free video. Now I'm going to have to ask you a favor. Between the demonetization and the YouTube algorithm messing around with view counts, etc., we're having a hard time adjusting to the new YouTube reality, which is where you guys come in. See, we have a Patreon, patreon.com/TYTNation, set up to help us rely on you guys, the viewers, instead of big corporate ads. Look, you know the show. You know I'm not in favor of big corporations anyway. So help us transition away from relying on the ad model to pay the bills and sign up to be a patron, patreon.com/TYTNation. That goes a long way to help us keep the lights on. And you guys will know that you're supporting independent progressive media.